Hello, welcome to a new exciting episode of Let's Play Star Trek Online. I am your host, the Crimson Phoenix, and today, it's been a while. It's been a hell of a semester for me, I will say that. But luckily, I did get done with my semester in college, which is fantastic. And right now, back in Star Trek Online, back in business to where I can do my Let's Plays. And right now, well, let's face it, it has been way too long. So yeah, we're in the new season 10 already, and I'll be honest, there's been a lot of changes in here, especially with the new, pilot specialization updates, Iconia Resistance Reputation, and Sector Space updates, which we'll get to that here in a bit. And new SCFs, such as Gateway to Grethor, Brotherhood of the Sword, and others within within here, which I'll probably get that later on, probably not, but you can see different things. And yes, we are going up against the Iconians, which we are going to get to that here in while we're still in with Conan, or Kona, I'm sorry. Which right now I'm kind of lucky that we still are able to do one of the missions, because I'll be honest, when it comes to something like the when it comes to the Romulan mysteries, let me kind of show you. So Klingon War stories still, that's all still kind of the same. Wasteland's still the same. However, Romulan mysteries, for those of you who are just joining us and who have not played Star Trek Online, yeah. Let's just say, when it comes to the Romulan mysteries, if you remember my last from where I last left us off in here, there was a lot more missions that there were. Right now, the one mission we have left that I'm not too sure if we're still going to be able to do, we're gonna find that out here soon, and that is Hunting the Hunters, which, as you can see, it's nowhere on here. Instead, we have a new mission. It's called, which stars Empress Sela, voice actor included, Desperate Measures, Shadowplay, Taris, and then we get into the Romulan feature episode missions like The Vault, Mind Enemy, Frozen, etc. So we've gone into what was pre-Legacy of Romulus into bringing in Legacy of Romulus in everything. We'll get to that here in a sec. However, we are... Jesus, I just did not even realize how much stuff was in the inventory. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do just little bit cleaning. Right now, we're still... Jesus. I'm a little... I have quite a bit to do when it comes to this. I'll be honest, I'm gonna be lucky. I'm gonna be glad when I get out of captain in this character. I mean, especially since we still. Especially when it comes to the weapons and everything. Which, not too sure if I did anything wrong there. No, I didn't. Okay. Okay, did nothing wrong. Nothing wrong happened. Except for, I will say this. They did do something really great that I like in the sense of officer abilities and everything, because now, instead of having to go between officers, I mean, you still have to go between officers, but in some aspects. But the one thing I like is now every officer has a default space or ground abilities that they come with, and you can teach. And of course, as you know before, you can teach each character, each officer, different abilities and whatnot. But now you can do those and switch back and forth between the abilities. And now when it comes to promoting officers and everything, they've made officer promotions a lot easier than it was in the past. I mean, if y'all remember how it was, if y'all remember some of my other videos before, I had to not only get the expertise, but I also had to spend credits on them. So yeah, I mean, if you're looking at this right now, yeah, I've already got all of my officers to their max level like commanders, since I'm a captain now. Now traits, however, traits still, pretty much the same in Zeros. And now the stations, stations, they've got all this, which is grand. And even even here you can still choose between the space abilities, or just do reload default, and it does all that. So yeah, we got all that. However, our ship, of course, still sucks. Well, it doesn't really suck, but you get the idea. It desperately needs some sort of help. Luckily, we're going to get that help because, hey, I got a level 60 character that I can use that has a lot in R&D that I don't have in this. But one thing I am going to show off before I go into, pausing this and, doing the little bit of refitting here. Let me kind of show you a few things. Now, there are some. Now, here is where, if you are a captain if you are a tactical officer, a science officer, or even a engineering officer, here is where you can train some of the stuff that is some things, and you can even just craft this and just put it in the exchange, make some money off of it. But yeah, this is where you can make the manuals, that's how you can train your officers now, is with the training manuals. And to get the training manuals, you of course will need to make a pad, which that pad requires, of course, 200 refined dilithium, 2,500 energy credits. It requires 4 tritanium and 1 thoron particle. And with that, you can make up to 5. And of course, you will just need any, engineer. Pretty much, I think you can use pretty much any officer. And yeah, you can use any officer, builds it, and then once you do that, you go into here and make it, and yeah. So let me go ahead and put this slightly in the pause there, because I'll be honest, I'm really not comfortable with those. With those, I mean, the quantum torpedoes, maybe I'm probably going to be a little comfortable with those, but let's do some upgrades. Major upgrades here. Yeah, we'll be back. Alright, and we are back. So I did a little bit of upgrading here, quite a bit actually. If you see, I've actually got a little bit lucky with a couple of weapons here, because I was using some upgrade tokens that I bought after one of my characters. And yeah, did a little bit more upgrade than I wished. Now, and I did of course upgrade a few things. Only thing I hadn't upgraded was just a shield emitter, but I figured, you know what, I didn't think we would really need it. Now, the only thing I did not upgrade as well was the phaser quad cannons, mainly because, if I do that, then it removes the auto leveling, because as you see, this weapon stops improving when you reach level 50. Use tech upgrades to improve this weapon beyond that level. So at level 50, it's going to become pretty much a level 12 a Mark 12 weapon. Anywhere past Mark 12, yeah, I'm gonna have to do the upgrade tokens, but that's okay, I'm good with that. So let's go ahead Well, you know what? We're not going to spend the money to transwarp. I say that because let me actually show you what has happened to the universe. And immediately once we get to the loading screen, yep, the beta quadrant. Now technically, yes, I know Earth should be in the alpha quadrant, but here is the new map. It is one gigantic thing. All of the star systems, including a few that, you know, has not been in the original map, is in here. So right now, here's the galaxy map as it stands, all open. The Alpha Quadrant, Beta, and Delta. Now, of course, the only one that we're missing is the Gamma Quadrant, but that's okay. And because, you know what, we'll get there eventually. So, let's go ahead and set a course towards the Mylasa system, which, if the original mission was still around, then, you know, we'd be doing it would still be in here. I like though how in this one it says, you know, go to the molasses system in the beta quadrant and search for survivors of the showcraft. So the missions are still here. It's just when you go into the episodes, we can't select them, which, you know, partly I don't like, but, you know, that's okay because, you know, when we get into some of the missions, you know, like when we get into some missions, you know, like Empress Sela and some of the other missions, you know, we're gonna see majority, if not all, of the missions put together here. So, yeah, we're not gonna see them in the availables or anything. So yeah, and as you can see, you know, let me actually put astrometrics on. Yeah, we're crossing territories. We're crossing we're in Federation space right now. We're gonna cross into, I guess you would call it the new Romulan Republic sector here, and then above us is where you know, above us is, of course, where the Romulans, the Romulan Star territory is. One thing I don't like, which some people have, you know, some friends of mine have commented, and some other people have commented before, is some of the placings of some of the star systems that's in here. I mean, I understand where, you know, Romulus is, but I mean, where Romulus is, let me show you an example. Here, where is it? I saw it here just a moment ago. Oh, I gotta look. Okay, here. Let me give you one example. Here is Iconia. Here's the Iconia system. Iconia used to be up here. Now it's kind of way over here. So they've redid the map majorly. And, oh, here's New Romulus, right? Here's where the New Romulus system is. Above it, in the Azure, in the Azure sector, is where Nimbus was supposed to be. Yeah, Nimbus, way over here, in the Hobus sector. So yeah, you can tell that the planet of former galactic peace is quite moved. Now, we can blame, you know, we can blame some stuff about some of the changes here, you know, from galactic positioning and everything from over the years, and god-awful whole bunch of other stuff. But, you know, yeah, we just have a lot of change in here. Now, of course, yeah, where the Borg came into the to the Beta Quadrant, yeah, there are little sectors in here, as well as some systems for, you know, for, I believe it's like the Undine episodes. Oh no, actually, never mind. They combined the Borg Advance in and the Undine episodes all together. Okay. Yeah. Now the Cardassian episodes, of course, they're gonna have all of their stuff. So yeah, we're still gonna be able to go through hundreds of missions in the Cardassians. Cardassians probably gonna take the longest. Now here's another change. Let me actually turn astrometrics off. Another change is all the planets in the star systems are here on the map, so you can travel between Pluto, Mars, a bunch of other places, and you can actually go to the planet. Like I'm actually going to Malleus. I'm assuming this is probably. I'm just going to assume this is probably Malleus. Let's see, Malleus 1, 2. This is probably my Lhasa 3. I guess. I don't know. I know I'm mispronouncing the damn system. So let's take a look and see if we can actually do this mission, because I'm hoping to just get this mission done, and then probably tomorrow, because I'm hoping to try and get another one done probably tomorrow. Get the Empress Sela mission done with, and then that way we can just continue on. So at this point in time, you know, we should be doing a whole bunch of other stuff here. Transporting is. Okay. So let's go ahead and actually, while I'm thinking about it, clean that up. I like to kind of play this on a, do this on a clean screen-ish. Yeah. You can kind of tell a little bit that this thing has gotten just a bit of an upgrade. Now, something I just realized I need to do as well, and this is probably a good thing to do for most people who want to play as an escort when it comes to like the Defiant and the Bird of Prey and everything. Put, you know, of course, all power to weapons, and then put all power to engines. With that, when you're in combat, you're gonna move in. You're gonna move in a lot more. And with that, yeah. Now, of course, shields are going to be a little bit weaker, but then again, that's why I gotten this thing, the field generator, to increase the maxity of my shield. So right now, current shield strength max is at 6,000, a little over 6,000. Probably a good idea for me to just go ahead and just go to full impulse. Should be coming close here. And then right, I warped in it. Right there. Yeah, the one thing I don't like about their erosion, they like to use attractor beams just as much as the Romulans do. No wonder where. I always see where the Romulans get that sort of crap. I'm gonna be so freaking lucky. Can I just... Okay, yeah, I'm gonna save up. So luckily, now that I got in most of my officers, you know, ready, now I can, you know, now that they are all up in their promotions, now they can actually do shit, which is good. So we need them to do shit. We don't actually need them to do shit, we just need them to do shit. That probably did not make any sense, of course, but, you know, it does in a small world. And of course, it's going to be slow on the load. Alright, That took just a couple of minutes, but I didn't want to, like, let this go over. So yeah, we are trapped. I can't even see my guy's face. Wow. It's broadcasting. Just my hunt. Search trial. Should you survive, you will have the privilege of being my prey. Alright. So yeah, we're gonna have to do all that. Something I just realized that I could do that I had not really done. Okay, for those of you, I'm going to do this, and this will actually match a little uniform that I had gotten. So, for those of you who have gotten the gotten the DS9 pack, which has, of course, the Belfast Bridge and everything, a bunch of other stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and claim this because, I'm gonna get a little bit of an extra shellcraft, which I'll get to that later. I'm going to go ahead and equip these two items, which is the Bajoran phaser rifle and the Bajoran phaser pistol. I'm gonna just put those right down here. Gonna claim my new duty officers. Reason why I'm gonna do this, and I love the lighting in this area. Seriously, I do. I mean, come on now. I want to show. I mean, seriously, the lighting. The lighting. It is so stupid. Okay. I'll get to that. I'll get to activating the transport in a bit. So, to match this up, I got a Bajoran. I decided to get the Bajoran uniform for this guy, and so got a little command uniform here. You can't really see the little insignia on here because of the damn lighting. Yes, I know, phone. You're going to yellow alert because you are low on power. Cell phones, you gotta love them. Anyway, so we got that uniform. Got a little standard Federation armor on here. And as well, decided to go with a little classic. For those of you who've played Star Trek Elite Force 2, I semi-made a Elite Force 2 uniform. Now, the pants, however, I'm going to have to fix that later, but I kind of just, went with it. So we're going to go with a little standard armor. Actually, just so we can match the damn weapon. Going to go with that uniform. The lighting, I love it so much. No, I do not. Just hear how much I love the lighting in here. I will say these weapons, they do level up with you. Of course, after level 50, once level 50, once you hit level 50, then yeah, if you want to get these things to go in a further in their levels, you're gonna have to, of course, spend the little upgrade tokens. As weird as this may sound, the two weapons, of course, are just a little bit strange in a sense, because the pistol, it has the auto targeting beam, which is a little split beam that you may see, while the rifle, it has a stun setting. I still like to know why a rifle would have this in this game, but yeah, at the same time, because I'm a bit of a Star Trek guru in a sense, I guess was what some people like to call me. I understand why, because most weapons has to have that. I hate that thing. All Federation weapons, including Bajoran weapons, has a kill and stun settings. So, that I understand completely. You can kind of tell that they're Bajoran weapons because, I mean, I don't know, they have their own little sound effect, I guess, that kind of differs them between the Federation weapons. I don't know though. When it comes to the sound effects, though, I kind of think that it should have the sound effect of the Bajoran weapons from DS9, but I don't know, that's just me. Kind of find this funny how that we have this Bajoran field colonel being in command of a Starfleet squad and a Starfleet vessel, but then again, that's just the uniform. Gotta say though, the weapon does have its perks. Field Assistant Commissioner Peterson, even though in the thing it says he's an ambassador. And I'm kind of just skipping all this because I mean we're just about. I just looked at the little thingy and I just noticed where we're just about coming up to a 30-minute marker here. So, as you can see on the objective in this mission, we gotta not only rescue the hostages, but as well as reconfigure the holomitters, because each of these hostages, each of the hostages you find here are not real. They are holograms. So, we'll get to the real hostages here in just a little bit. But in the meantime, getting held and getting blown up by these mines. It's going to be at least 4 of these holograms, which of course all the holograms you kind of see on here. But of course, do expect that every time you are about to get one done, you're gonna or get one started, you're gonna find yourself surrounded by these things. Luckily, though, I guess you can't really see the holograms on here, but pretty much if you just follow the path, you'll get to them eventually. Which the third one is right there. The very last one is going to be at the side, which, yeah, you can actually see them on here. You see, Federation Diplomat, Federation Diplomat. I hate those things, the corrosions, mines. Luckily, I did not get caught in that. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry too much about XP here, but yeah, we're gonna get quite a bit, I think. Where's that last guy? You gotta be kidding me, I passed him? The hell with you, Erosions. Hunting the hologram! Yay! That is one of the many acolytes I'm going to miss. Because of this, because they did all this, there's going to be quite a few. I think there's going to be like a few accolades we're probably going to miss on this. Kind of hoping that if people say a lot about, you know, how we're missing some of these missions like this, on how I would love it if these missions would come back, but of course, like the old STFs, probably not. But one can only hope. All right, so. The only thing I don't like about this mission, which is actually something that it makes sense, is I don't like how the Hirogen guy. I don't like how he's called you know, Commander Tenjan. It should be Alpha or Beta, because in the Hirogen command structure, the two high-ranking officers is either an Alpha or a Beta. Beta being the first officer, Alpha being the commanding officer. You know, if he is, you know, commanding this, you know, hunt, then he should be the prime Alpha. He should be the Alpha in here. And, you know, this is, you know, with him being, you know, called a commander, you know, that has been something that, to be honest, has been something that's been in here for years. I still don't like it even now. But of course, you know, I didn't write it. I didn't write the mission. Hopefully those who make any Hirogen missions in the Foundry have, you know, done, you know, knows how to do all that. You know, knows, you know, what species, what their command structure is, and, you know, what the name of the ranks and everything is, and all that shit. I just about annihilated that ship, and he's about to do a Picard maneuver. Watch. Yeah. He did a long-range Picard maneuver. I'll revise that. He did a long-range Picard maneuver.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Look at all the mines! That was a lot of mines. I probably should have used brace for impact on that, on all those mines. I just realized. I'm just gonna kill him from here. Great, now I gotta go get the loot. Oh, hey. It's close enough for me to get loot. So that was hunting the hunters. Not a bad mission. It goes pretty quick. It goes a little bit quick if you don't go through the dialogue like I was like I was doing. I was kind of going through a little bit of the dialogue there. And the rewards, you know, let's be honest, the rewards, not that bad. Although I can't claim it? Are you serious? So I can't get the XP or the skill points or anything that I got, or I can't even get those? Are you serious? Well. God damn it. So what, did I just do this mission for nothing? Well, I can't really say nothing because you know, just like the old the old Special Task Force missions, and I say this because you know this game's been out for a long time. We're on season 10 now, and there's been a lot of changes in the missions, and there are missions out there that are not even here, and even missions that you know there was like one mission in the Klingon War that I know I did a Let's Play video on, and it's not even in here. So, you know, maybe I wouldn't say I didn't do that mission for nothing. More of, you know, I did it to show that it was there. Because, you know, there are probably, I imagine there's probably other Let's Play videos out there. If anybody who has done Let's Plays in Star Trek Online before, who have done these missions before Season 10 happened, you know, I commend you for, you know, getting those missions, you know, before they were removed. You know, because, you know, keeping those records on there, it shows what we're missing, and seeing that mission played in action shows you what you're missing. Because, yeah, you know, it was more ground than it was space battle, but then again, you know, the small story behind it, which was, of course, you know, trying to find those goddamn, I can't now, I forgot the mission now. The finding of those you know, Federation diplomats that was on a diplomatic mission. They were on a diplomatic mission to the Romulans, really. So, you know, seeing that mission played in action, I'm glad that I was able to do that. Even though I'm not going to be able to claim that mission, that's okay. Because next time, Star Trek Online, going to see Empress Sela. And I swear to you, in these next missions, it's going to be, I would say, a lot of, I wouldn't really say there's going to be a lot of voice acting, but there is some voice acting in an extent. And I am not too sure if it's going to be this mission or one of these other missions. I think it's going to be Terrace, but I don't remember if it's that, Shallow Play, or Desperate Measures. I'm going to have to get some friends of mine, get some help on them because of what happens in the end of one of these missions. Either way, you know, I'm glad I was able to do that. And yeah, we're gonna from here we're gonna go all the way to Agrama within Romulan borders. So yeah, this is going to be quite fun. In the meantime, I am your host. I am the Crimson Phoenix, and I will see y'all on the other side.